That means, therefore, that there's no need of changing the Azimio name, or rather, what do you mean?
We cannot change the Azimio name because it's already in the public domain with our supporters. What we requested and promised our supporters is the coalition is open for all individual parties to come in. You understand? So what we agreed on Saturday and still remains so as per the Secretariat's position is we welcome Wiper as a party and KANU to Azimio.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Asab, now let me get to you. Concerning the endorsement that President Uhuru Kenyatta has endorsed the ODM chief Raila Odinga, we have seen this eliciting mixed reactions from the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Now, what I really need to know, because the DP Ruto was calling it as a betrayal at the time of need. Are these claims really true? And probably, does this mean that the move by the president of endorsing Raila Odinga is a big shake to the Kenya Kwanza team?
Thank you. Maybe first to start with thanking you and maybe also to wish all the candidates that are doing exams well wishes. Yeah. To your point, to your question, I think right now we are at that point where confusion is all around. Yeah? As you've said about the Azimio thing, and you've heard of scenarios where us, the Kenya Kwanza people, rebuking the president for endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga. Right now, we know the president is the figure of national symbol. Constitutionally, he ought to respect the constitution. He has no mandate to lean on one sided on this political on this political game. Right now, we know the constitution at Article 131 that the president ought to be a symbol of national figure. Right now, we know the president is here pushing on the State House project. That's Raila Amolo Odinga. We know they are using state resources, they are using all the means, but we keep on reminding them that, look, we have the hustlers, the people of Kenya, the citizens who are agitating for the economic revolution. They wish to propel their candidates. They wish to push their hustler up to the State House. But those people on the other side, on the other end, that's the president and the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka, they are only interested in their selfish interests. Right. They're interested in pushing their interest of maybe safeguarding their wealth, safeguarding their positions. Yeah, and we're telling them hustlers are tired of this, and you will see. You even heard today about in Tharaka Nithi, Kalonzo was trying to speak to the people, shouting Azimio Oka, and the people were telling them, you order. I mean, I think you saw that on the news.
No, maybe Asab, what you're saying is, you are entitled to your opinion anyway. Yeah. What if the president endorsed his deputy William Ruto for the presidency? Would that also fare, well with the opponents? Of course, probably not. And now on the same thing, you're saying that the Azimio is a state project. Lewis, do you agree with what Asab is saying?
I'm very disappointed with my brother here, Mheshimiwa, when he refers to the president and Right Honorable Prime Minister former as a state project. Now, my friend, you saw how the people of Thika were very disappointed with the speech of the deputy president of the day yesterday. The presidency should be respected. The constitution is very clear. The president has an constitutional right to support anybody that he feels right.
In fact, the utterances, it brought business to a standstill in Thika town. And we also saw some form of protest in Githurai concerning the same.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My brother is not in order because the so-called hustlers formed this Jubilee government. You understand? It cannot take you 9 years to realize they are Mama Mboga and Boda Boda. That is the dishonesty of the highest order. So what we request of William is to respect the presidency. You know, if you refer back to 1963, when he formed this constitution with the likes of Kenyatta and Odinga, when Odinga, the former vice president, Oginga Odinga, realized that it was not tenable for him to work with Kenyatta, he resigned. But you see, the deputy president is using state resources campaigning. That's a fact. He's using the Mercedes in front of in his motorcades.
Maybe to interject, Lewis. For my case, I think and I believe the people of Kiambu, starting from the elected people, those are the MCAs whom they all went to the deputy president last week office. Home in Karen. Those are the people who are elected. I believe that on Friday they showed love to the deputy president, that they are tired of this government where the handshake partner came in and they shrouded all the projects which were put in place. Right now, I saw those people in Thika, yes, but I know they were varied. Those are the people who are being paid by the State House, by the people. They were paid to go and demonstrate in Thika. We know them. They are from. I can say that they were from Kibra. I believe so.
No, gentlemen.
It's not an order. I can guarantee you,
gentlemen.
it will be only not even 2 MCAs will make those that William Ruto is receiving in Karen. In fact, he can even receive himself on a daily basis.
Yeah, and
gentlemen,
remember
now,
he received a slot from Meru to
gentlemen. Now
Tharaka
let us get away from that.
Yeah.
Now, Lewis, let me go to you. Now, Deputy President Dr. William Ruto is on record saying that the president Uhuru Kenyatta, has inflicted pain, has inflicted suffering on him since the inception of the second term. Now, do you agree with these statements, or is it probably that the deputy president is seeking some form of public sympathy from the public or something?
Let me say, I'm a very disappointed Kenyan as the deputy president of the day. When you go to a rally in the stronghold, rather home of the president of the day, that you formed a joint government with, and say, for the past 4.5 years, it has been mystery. Really? You had an option to retreat. Why did it take them all this while for a campaign period to pronounce such a statement? In fact, after Kalonzo had opted to join us. These people are trying to create some kind of emotions in the voters rather the public, so that in an event election doesn't go well with them, they claim that it was a state project, that's why it was influenced. So it is very unfortunate for the deputy president of the day to say for the past 4.5 years he has been inflicted with pain. He has been calling the president his brother. You understand? For the first time in public, William Ruto called Uhuru Kenyatta names yesterday, but he has been calling him his brother. Why now? That's the question of the day. There's dishonesty. There's dishonesty.
Now, on the same note, we saw when the deputy president actually went to United States of America, and he extended the visit to the United Kingdom. He was also saying actually that the second term has been marred with a lot of suffering, and it's some form of betrayal. Why is it so? Because the deputy president, being the second in command all those time from 2017, going by what Lewis has said, that he had the option of probably resigning, but he didn't resign. Why all this coming at this particular time?
I want us to stand at this first. The deputy president, William Samoei Ruto, was elected by the people of Kenya. The story or the dream of him resigning does not negate of the suffering. You might suffer while serving your people who elected you, and that does not need you to resign in any way. One, I need my friend here to be factual at least. We know that the deputy president, after the second term, he has been disrupted. He was, Uhuru Kenyatta tried to reduce his powers. which was taken to court, and later on it was reinstated. But I mean, Uhuru did not respect the court order of reinstating all the powers. William Samoei Ruto, his people suffered a lot. We know that the committees in the parliament were pushed away. We know that the committees and even the majority whip, I mean the majority leader in the Senate were chased away. I mean, they were treated unfairly by this government just because of leaning on the side of the deputy president.
But
we
actually,
know that the president,
Asab, maybe to intercept you on that, we saw this whole thing. These were unfolding actually when after the handshake, actually, when now deputy president in a way was walking out of the government. He formed the UDA, and now leaders that were allied to him now started walking out. But they were elected on a joint ticket actually in the Jubilee in the Jubilee coalition. Now, if they're walking out of the party that brought them into office, don't you think that would be it was tentable, of course, for them to be some of these positions being taken away from them?
And that's why I was elaborating on the suffering, but I don't want to dwell much on that. What I'm trying to say is that the president did not respect that constitutional office of the deputy president. He might not, respected the William Samoei Ruto, but he ought to have respected the constitution, which is a strong, it's the supreme law of the land. He has to respect that office. Secondly, we know that the deputy president has been strongly in the ground. That made the president feel threatened. We know that the president was planning to safeguard his wealth, but not through the deputy president. He knows that he's much stronger in terms of believing in the democracy, in terms of believing in the people's interest, than the power and the positions and the wealth of these I can call them dynasties. And the president was feeling insecure of the deputy president, and that's why it started escalating all the suffering to the deputy president.
Now,
but we don't want to dwell on that, because we know by this year August we will be in the State House anyway.
Like my brother, give me the definition of suffering. You understand?
Yeah.
When you say that the deputy president has been suffering and has been moving for the past 9 years campaigning, what kind of suffering are you telling us? You can look Kenyans into the eye and say the deputy president is suffering. Moving around the country, and the president was very clear on this. We don't do, work is not done on top of vehicles in terms of rallies. It's done in offices, policies. You understand? And the deputy president is not ready for that conversation.
Now, let's carry that for another day. Now, concerning the Jacaranda rally, Luis, we saw what happened actually, but then there are looming questions of transparency of the whole thing, because the former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka was saying actually that they have no idea of what they signed in for. And actually we are seeing also that some members of the One Kenya Alliance coalition snapped the event. They were not present at that event. Now, people outside here are calling this, was already started terming this as political conmanship. What's your take on this?
I think that's a very unfortunate statement, because the process of forming a coalition is on a willing basis. You understand? At no point did we coerce a political party, rather an individual, to join Azimio. We welcome the former vice president, and you witnessed in Jacaranda. He confessed and said for the third time is going to support the former prime minister, who's now a candidate. So if you follow keenly the events that unraveled today, the former deputy president, the former vice president, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Gideon Moi, senator for Baringo, they were in Tharaka Nithi today. And this thing is all about eliciting emotions in the media and stuff. But if you follow the latest event, we had the two. Gideon Moi, the Kanu chairman, and Kalonzo Musyoka in Tharaka Nithi. And they were campaigning for our Azimio candidate. So I have any concern whatsoever.
Right. Now, let us get away from that now, because for the interest of time now, Saba, I want to throw a question to you actually. Now, concerning who plays the second fiddle in the Kenya Kwanza, we have seen actually Senator Malala saying that the deputy president for the Kenya Kwanza must come from the western region, and then we heard what Irungu Kangata was saying, Senator Irungu Kangata was saying that the deputy president must come from the Mount Kenya region. Yep. Which way for the Kenya Kwanza?
For me, before I answer your question, allow me just some seconds to answer the thing on the Azimio. Mm-hmm. I mean, we believe, and I strongly believe, that Kalonzo Musyoka is somehow biologically weaker. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was being enticed politically. Mm-hmm. He has been cheated not once, not twice. In 2013, in 2017, we've seen Raila Amolo Odinga taking him for granted. Mm-hmm. In this time round, Uhuru Kenyatta enticed him politically. Mm-hmm. And we know that Uhuru right now is playing a politics of deceit and conmanship. And even right now, Raila Amolo Odinga is repeating the same. I mean, he's used to conning these other guys. And Mudavadi had a way to escape to our side. Now, to my point on Kenya Kwanza, we have Mudavadi who has escaped from being being cheated on the other side, and he's here now. Musalia Mudavadi agreed with Kenya Kwanza people, I mean the leaders, that we are forming a formidable government based on the economic model, economic approach, and economic development. I mean, we are dealing with common manage first. In Kenya Kwanza, we are saying, let us focus on the people. Let us focus on bringing this seat to look for the interest of the people. We are not talking about the positions. In as much as we need positions, we know we need the deputy president. You're not talking about the positions. I was coming to that point, that right now we need the deputy president. But in Kenya Kwanza, we have agreed that this time round, let us come together, deliver this. We know that Mudavadi was told. Malala is just trying to choke around. I mean, he knows. I mean, he soberly knows that the deputy president is coming from a position where it was told in that first meeting. And right now, you saw Malala today. He was at Karen. I know it has been sorted out. You don't have even to get
an assumption, Omondi. And that's an assumption. And I'd like to clarify something, my brother. We are sitting pretty as Azimio. We've welcomed the former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, not as our deputy president.
All right.
But that's our arrangement and our conversation for another day. All but as for the conversation which is going on around Kenya Kwanza, I think we discussed this last week, and I told you, what do you expect of someone like Malala? I mean, trying to strike a deal. It's very unfortunate. You cannot come to my house without an agreement and then later on claim another agreement.
Calling
so
shots.
You cannot, my friend, you cannot expect that
they already in
president to give the gentleman the deputy president of the day, who will be the UDA candidate, to give Mudavadi.
All right.
That's a cast on stone. It will be a deputy president from the Mount Kenya region. You understand?
All right. Now, just for the interest of time, gentlemen, my director is telling me that we are running short of time. I'd wish that you give your final remarks, of course, passing your messages to the electors from your constituents. We start with you, Asap.
Okay, thank you. For the people of Njoro, I'm gently looking for that office to represent the people of Njoro. Vijana kwa jumla, naomba kura zenu. Ikifika wakati huo, mimi niko ground na nyinyi. Mwezi wa 8 tutakuwa ndani kabisa. Basi, for the last time, let me just say that William Samoei Ruto will make to the State House. I mean, we have no doubt on that, because hakuna mtu atatuibia kura. Asanteni sana, mutuombe na muombe William Samoei Ruto. Asante.
Thank you, Lois.
I think this is my parting shot. I'd like to thank the residents of Dagoretti North, and I really have a 3-point agenda. Kileleshwa and Kilimani, they're doing well in terms of the road network, but I have an issue in Kabiru and Gatina ward. I really I'd prefer to work closely with Kera in Kura to strike and see if the feeder roads can be fixed. For the rest of the nation, as a young legislator, I'd look forward to doing the University Amendment Act of 2017. We really need to get power back to the people. The university students should choose directly who they want to represent them. Another bill which I'd like to prefer to present before the August House is the representation of special interest groups, persons with disability, the youth, women, and the marginalized communities.
All right.
We feel their representation should be captured in the executive, in the county leadership, and nationally at large.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for dedicating your time for this discussion. I hope as the political events continue to, unfold in the country, we shall be having more and more of such discussions. Right. Thank you so much. All right, let's now take a look at what's happening in the world of sports. Now, the 13-time champions AFC Leopards played a 1-1 draw against Sofapaka in a Football Kenya Federation Premier League match at the Nyayo National Stadium on Sunday. Sofapaka alias the Batoto Bamungu took the lead in the 21st minute when the captain Lawrence Juma rose high to head home midfielder Said Suma's cross from the right. Daniel Musamali leveled the matters for Ingwe in the 39th minute through a ferocious shot which went past Sofapaka custodian Kevin Omondi. The match ended in a draw with the two sides sitting on the 11th and the 12th position respectively. And with that, we call it a wrap here on KUTV Primetime News. Many thanks indeed for your valid company throughout the bulletin. Our sign language interpreter that began the bulletin is Sharon Wamboi. My good name is Omondi Otieno. Now, as we head to the elections period, what I always tell you that let not the utterances from the politicians divide us. Those are all political banters. These people are friends. Let us stay strong, stay together, and love each other till the elections day. With that, we call it a night. You have a great one. We shall be meeting here tomorrow, same place, same time for the Primetime Bulletin.